Welcome to Foreign Blood TV. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Today, we're going to talk about our girl, West Indian Collection. You guys. Sometimes, you know what I notice? Her people be fanned out, acting like pick-me's. And I'm going to tell you why. It's like they overlook what she does. If I see you lock Momo out that bedroom one more time, so when you, okay, I'm a parent. Let's start here. I'm a parent. Grown children and grandchildren. So I understand not all of our children are going to be perfect. I understand we're going to have some problematic ones. We're going to have some good ones. We're going to have whatever. Children going to do what they want to do. Okay? It is what it is. But with that being said, you're leaving too much room for too much. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. You are forcing them children to parent themselves day after day after day after day after day. Not only is it like that when you're on live, it's like that in real life. You're locking Momo out the room 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. He's screaming. Your neighbors don't need no quiet. They don't need no peace. They can't hear that. They don't deserve to, they pay rent. They don't deserve to have privacy, the quiet. They don't deserve to have any of that. But this housing situation is about you. One thing I noticed about you, you don't care who you affect, who you bother. You don't care. You only think about you. You truly only, I would hate to be your neighbor. I would hate, I'm going to say it one more time. I would hate to be your neighbor. Man, boy, listen, we've been at the front door thumping. I can't get no sleep because what? Because you can't put your children to bed. My children can't have a peaceful, nice night's sleep because you don't know how to put your children to bed. Day after day after day, for 2 years, we've watched these children have no bedtime. The only time they probably had bedtime is when they were in the shelter. That's probably the only time. The only time, and I'm sure they still stayed up and did what they wanted to do. The fact that Thomas has to parent Momo, who's not his child, day after day after day, you lock him out the room because he won't go to sleep, because he's crying. He's crying because he's tired. Did you? He is crying because he's tired. He's sleepy. What a mother would do, they would get off live and put their child to bed. I don't want to be the one to call a thing a thing. They would get off live and they would put their child to bed, like most women do. But not you. You lock him out of your room. He's banging on the door. He's crying, disturbing every other neighbor that pays their rent. It's so repetitive with you. You're cussing at him. And I understand every now and then we're going to slip up and cuss. I get it. I'm an imperfect person. I get it. You want to have children, but you don't want to parent them. How's that work out? And you ain't got to be the best parent. I don't expect you to be the best parent. It takes years to learn how to parent. You can have grown children and still be learning something new to parenting. The thing to life is about learning. You learn nothing, neither way. But what mind boggles me is we're all sitting there, we're all watching the same thing. We're watching her lock Momo out the room. We're watching her, not parent. She parents from her bed, on live, off live, whatever. No, she don't parent. She makes Thomas parent. Thomas doesn't even have the option to be a child. Thomas has to care for Momo day after day after day after day after day. How fair is that? So nobody sees this, nobody notices this. How fanned out are we that we overlook this? I mean, every time she goes live, 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, it's the same thing. Momo's getting locked out the room. Momo's screaming. She's yelling, Tommy, why are you up? Momo, why are you up? Because you never made anybody go to bed. You put your children to sleep. No, you feed them, bathe them, lay them down. Then you go ahead and get on live. You don't get on live when it's their bedtime. You don't get on, I mean, you sit there, you make Thomas. Thomas is the one that does the majority of the cooking. That's crazy to me. Thomas is responsible for babysitting. Thomas is responsible for cooking. Thomas is responsible for taking Momo outside. Thomas is just, not only does he have to go to school, he has to come home and parent your child. You and some old man's child. He didn't lay up with the man. He ain't the mama. He ain't the pappy. That's not his child. Thomas can't even be a child for 1 minute out the day. He got so much responsibilities on his shoulders. If he's talking to you like this now, what do you think he's going to be talking to you like then? And I understand, children, some are just wild willies. It is what it is. But it's like you're inducing the situation to have Thomas kind of out there like, well, whatever's clever, it is what it is, because you're giving him like this survival of the fittest, where basically how he survives is by taking care of his brother every day. Like, that's all he knows to do. From the minute he wakes up to the minute he goes to bed, his only job is Thomas. He can never just have the luxury of, what's Thomas want to do? How's Thomas feel today? Thomas wants to be a child. Thomas. It's never about Thomas. Thomas can never be about Thomas, because West Indy is only about herself. And when I sit there and watch these grown people, no matter what part of the video I skim through, every time I click on it, it's the same thing. You yelling at the children. Thomas is out there with Momo. Get out my room, Momo. Get out, Maximo. And when I sit there and I see all these grown adults ignoring it because they want to see a nip slip, or they want to feel special because they want you to talk to them, or because you might read their comment, how lonely are these fans in their real life? And then especially even follow behind you. Somebody that doesn't even have the common etiquette or courtesy to allow her child to be a child. I'm just saying, I can't follow that. I can't support that. That's just crazy work to me. Quit being fanned out about a woman that can't even take care of her own children. That's crazy. Crazy.